Hello, hello, friends. This is going to be so super fun. We're going to have a great time. Please make sure you mute yourself as you're coming in. I'm so excited to spend a little bit of time with you today. I'm just going to let everybody come in. For some reason, it's just giving me one person at a time. This is going to take a hot second. But we will get started very, very shortly. Let me just give everyone a quick second. I know there's going to be a huge backlog, and that's okay. What I would like to get you all to do as you're popping on, because this is a manifestation class, we're going to be talking about how I use manifestation in my business to create multiple six figures. There are two types of manifestors, and I would love it if you don't know already, if you would go and find your human design. Now, this is not a human design class, but it's important that you know how you manifest best. So if you don't know what your human design is, do yourself a favor, go to mybodygraph.com, and very quickly, you just need to put your name, your date of birth, the time you were born, and your location of birth. And it's going to give you a really weird picture. And from that, you're going to know what type of a manifestor you are. And just having this information is going to benefit you as we talk about how I do this. Okay. So let's jump straight in. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Brittany Budd. I'm a mindset and business coach, and I help female entrepreneurs build and scale their online businesses to six figures and beyond using social media marketing strategies. And I realized that I was an amazing manifester by accident. This was a few years ago when I really realized that I was a queen at manifesting whatever I wanted. Anything that I wanted came to me very quickly and very easily. I'll tell you the story that made me really realize how I was so good at it. And it was a few years ago. I really wanted to go and see Russell Brunson at Funnel Hacking Live. And I think it's important to share with you guys, manifesting, yes, begins in our mind, but it's not just this practice where we just kind of lay around on our couch and be like, I'm just manifesting a six-figure business while binging Netflix. That is not how manifesting works. Manifesting starts in our mind and then transforms through us into our actions. Okay, so I really wanted to see Russell Brunson at Funnel Hacking Live. My coach at the time was a speaker. My coach before her was also supposed to be a speaker. And I was like, why wouldn't I want to be in Nashville and see this live and in person? Of course I do. This is going to be the bomb. And so I needed to figure out how I was going to make this happen. I knew I wanted to go. I knew when it was. I knew where it was going to be held. I knew how much it was going to cost. I needed to make it happen for myself. Now, at the time, money was a concern for me. I found out that Rachel Peterson, who is a social media guru, was giving away a ticket, which was about $1,000 US. She was giving away a ticket on her live. She has hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers on her social medias, okay? I knew she was giving the ticket away. I knew how she was going to run this raffle, and you bet your ass I was there. She went live. She had a big pool of people that had registered for her to go live and wanted a ticket. She had a giant bucket full of names, and the stipulation was you need to be here live in order to win. If I call your name, you need to be here. I sat there for a very long time while she pulled names out of this bucket and the people were not there. And finally, she calls my name. I'm here. I'm here. Yep, I'm here. And she's like, I can't see you. The comments are just blowing up, right? People are tagging their friends. It's insane. Finally, someone sees me. I'm just like, I'm here. send, I'm here, send, I'm here, send, like waiting for someone on her team to see me. Then other people started seeing me and they're like, she's here, she's commenting. Sure enough, I won. I got that ticket emailed to me. I had it. Okay. So then my next thing, I need to figure out who's going to take care of my kids and how am I going to get there? So I called my parents and I was like, Mom, I need you to watch my kids. Dad, I need your air miles, man. You've got to give me your air miles so I can get a flight to Nashville. Sure enough, my mom was available to babysit my kids because my husband was in school. My dad had enough air miles for me. All I had to do was pay for my hotel room and pay to eat. Everything else I got. It turned out that I had manifested, meaning something that I really, really wanted came into being because of the way I thought about it and how I showed up to get it. Like, hey, this is mine. It was almost $5,000 worth of goods and services from other people to make that happen for me. And from that, I earned myself the title of Manifestation Queen in the old group that I used to be a part of, the old mastermind I used to be a part of. And I used to think, oh, I didn't do anything. What do you mean? I don't know how to manifest. I just wanted it, figured out how I was going to do it, showed up as if it was going to be mine, and it just happened. Turns out that's all manifesting is. Okay. And so as we talk about manifesting and using manifestation to get more sales in our business, it's important to know that it's not just thinking. It's thinking, believing, taking action, and trusting that if this is meant for me, it's mine now. I'm getting it today. Okay, so I just sent everyone to go and get mybodygraph.com to figure out what your human design is. Now, this is not a human design training. I am not a human design reader or expert. But what I want you to do is take a look at what your picture is. And you might have to click like to view your graph to get it in detail. You need to be seeing your arrows. So there should be arrows, two kind of by your head on either side. Sometimes they're going the same way, sometimes they're going opposite ways, okay? And so here's what you need to know. If the bottom ones are pointing to the left, which I just pointed to the right for all of you because that's my left. If it's pointing to the left, you are a specific manifester. This means that you need to be very, very clear and detailed on how you manifest. You can't manifest, oh, I want more clients. Oh, I want to lose more weight. Oh, I want to make more money. We do this with our New Year's resolutions all the time. We just want more time with my kids, more time unplugged. Once when I was like 20, I wanted to take more pictures of my friends. That doesn't mean anything. That's super vague. And our manifestation ability gets very wonky when we are not extremely specific in what it is that we're looking for. You want more clients? How many? Are they paying you in full? Are they on payment plans? When do you want them by? You want a new car? What color? What model? What make? What year? How much do you want to pay for it? You need to be very specific, okay? Now, if your bottom arrows are pointing to the right, you are a non-specific manifester. This means that you're allowed to be as vague as you want. Oh, I just want a new car. You're going to get the exact car you want. Oh, I just want a couple more clients. You're going to get the perfect number of clients. They're going to pay you exactly as you need them to. If you find yourself getting caught up in details, you will block yourself because you will cause yourself to spiral and go down a whole road of, well, how am I going to make this happen? And the trust in what I do is just going to work out for me. I just need to show up. I just need to do the work. Gets muddled. Okay. So specific, non-specific manifestation, however it works for you. This is important as we go through this for all of you to make sure that you're manifesting in the best way possible for yourself. Okay. So before we dive in I would love it if we'll do a Q&A at the end. I would love it if you would do me a favor, grab a piece of paper.
This pertains to right now because my two arrows are both are facing out in the bottom two arrows are facing out in opposite directions.
What?
Yeah, that's why I asked. I'm a generator. I know that, and I've got my, you know,
Let me do a quick look.
thank you.
I'm a
Sorry to
manifest-
bother. I wouldn't
No.
bother otherwise.
It's totally fine. I'm a manifesting generator. So let me just grab my notes on
Brittany's got the same problem. She said mine too.
Yours are going
Yeah.
opposite directions, your bottom arrows.
One is my two are going this like out both from my body, the bottom two.
Soul. Okay, let me see what I've got.
Both top arrows are pointing
One
on
more.
the image pointing to the left, but the bottom are a whole nother animal.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Take your time.
'Cause again, I'm not a human design reader. This is okay. We're gonna figure this out. Bear with me.
That
Well,
could explain why I'm this could explain a whole lot for me as to what's going on.
No, this is perfect. I love this. We're gonna figure this out so quickly. Just bear with me here. And you said you're a generator?
I am. What else would you like me to tell you?
No, that's okay. Britt, what are you? Are you a generator too? You're a projector.
She's a projector.
These are very different. Okay, this is good. Okay, what I can tell you about generators is that like the work that you do, it has to be the right work for you. So that tells me that, you know, you're supposed to focus on your self-exploration and you're supposed to follow your gut. So I'm going to say that you are a specific generator, or sorry, a specific manifester. And Britt, so I've got you right here. You're a projector. Let me grab yours.
So that means whatever goal or thing I want, I must be specific. How many, by when, by what date, how multiple programs, each program has to stipulate so many sales of. Wowza, because I've been personally I've been playing in the more vague department of, yeah, you know, I'm going to make a sale and that's it. And I stop because it could be anywhere. The range of dollars and time could be very broad.
Different, yeah. Ooh, and how's that working for you? Do you feel like it's working?
No.
You probably have some, like as you're looking, and again, I'm not an HD reader, but we have defined and undefined like areas, right? So if it's white, it's undefined. And in those areas, you absorb from others who have defined in that area. So where you're white, let's say I'm a color, it doesn't really matter what color, you would absorb from me. And when you're not around me, you would just kind of have nothing and be neutral with respect to that. So I'm going to assume because of you've got a white space where you are manifesting right now, that would be, I mean, it could be any space on the body. You're spending time with someone that's probably a color there, and that's how they manifest. And so when you're around them, you're picking up that that's how they do it, and you're taking on that energy.
Okay.
And it's
like a coach, like a coach's, and I'd be picking up the coach's energy based on, but
Yeah.
my ticket, I have very high tickets.
Mhm.
So they don't come in as fast and as furiously as, let's say, a lower ticket sale.
Yep.
Interesting. I didn't,
Yeah.
okay. Please keep going. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm so fascinated by this.
Love it. Britt, you're the same. Hers were going outwards. Okay, so I'm going to say the same about you, but as a projector, you already have limited energy. So you take on the energy of the people that you're around, which means when you're not around people, you need to like cleanse yourself to get back to a base level, which is so interesting because like I'm a manifesting generator, which means that I am a money trigger for other people. So my ideal clients are people that have white spaces where I have colored spaces so that they can take on my energy and be triggered to make more money.
Hello.
Right? So cool. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. I can do some more research and let you guys know.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's dive in. We're going to talk about, before we get into manifestation, I think it's really important that we know what we're doing. Okay, so if you have a piece of paper, you can bring up like a Word document on your computer or whatever. It's very important as we're manifesting what we want that we know what we're doing. Like, it's like we're going on a trip. We can't just be like, and I'm borrowing this from my good friend Yolanda. She used this example and I was like, this is so good. We love Disney. Okay. I live way up in Canada. We are Disney people. I can't just hop in my car and be like, I'm just going to manifest my way to Disney and we're just going to drive there. Like, that does not work. I need to actually know where I'm going. Okay. So I want you to answer a couple of questions on your paper so that you know exactly where you are and what you're trying to manifest exactly. Okay. So, number one, what are your current numbers? How much money are you currently making in your business? How many clients do you currently have in your business? And then how much do you want to be making? Like, dream big here. This is so important. Number two, what are your current offers? Are they simple? Or are they crazy? Are they complicated? Are they confusing? Do you have a different offer for every single person that you ever meet? I see Leslie laughing. I love it. How much are you charging for these offers? If your dream number is way off of what your current number is, it might be time to give yourself a raise. Let's see. Because here's the thing. Regardless of what you're selling, whether it's free, whether it's $50,000, the energy that you have to expend is the same. So when it comes to your offers, keeping it simple keeps it simple for you and your ideal clients, because confused people do not buy. Okay. So what are your offers like? Are your offers able to be scaled? So I have a Facebook group. Most of you are in it. If you're not in it, please go jump in. It's so fun. It is Babe to Boss, online entrepreneurs scaling to 6 and 7 figures. And we had a big conversation the other day about growth versus scaling. Growth, in my opinion, is what you can do by yourself. You can get to 100K. You're doing everything by yourself. You're making all your graphics. You're doing all your invoices, all the emails. You're making your own websites. You're just doing everything by yourself. Scaling is next level. This is when your offers start pivoting, when you start serving the masses instead of the few because you have demand. This is about bringing on more people onto your team, delegating. And so if your offer cannot be scaled, This is going to impact your ability to create income that you are dreaming of, that you want, that you desire. Next question. What does your dream business look like? What are you doing? Who are you serving and in what capacity? Are there people on your team? What are they doing? Things you don't enjoy doing anymore, I hope. How often are you working? How are you spending the rest of your time? And then finally, what have you done already or are you currently doing to now pivot into that next level version of yourself? This is so important that you know where you are, you know where you want to go, and you know what you want your business to look like, because getting more money, signing more clients, becoming that future version of yourself, pivoting into that future version of yourself is how you begin manifesting. You have to be next level you in order for it to start coming to fruition for you. If you are staying the same and thinking, I'll just change when it all comes together, that's not how any of this works. It all starts with how you think about yourself, how you think about your business, and how you think about your future. Okay? Our thoughts create our feelings. Our feelings then turn around and create actions. The way you think about yourself causes you to have feelings. And let's face it, sometimes we're pretty mean to ourselves. We think real mean stuff about ourselves. It causes us to feel real bad. And when we don't feel good about ourselves and we feel bad, how do we show up in our business? If you wrote down, hey, my dream dollar amount is $500,000. And then your thoughts are like, that's never going to happen. You can't do that. And then it makes you feel like, oh, I'm a failure. I'm never going to do that. I can't. I'm not good enough for this. How are you going to show up? Small. Okay. Your thinking is the most powerful thing that you have. You are innately wise. You have all of the answers inside of you. This is about asking yourself the right questions and trusting your intuition. Okay. So now I want to share with you how to use your thinking to manifest. Because I see a huge problem when it comes to manifestation. One, like I said earlier, people just like lay on their couch and they're just like, I'm just gonna like win the lottery. Like, no, you actually have to go buy a lottery ticket. Like, you have to actually play the lottery to win the lottery. You have to take action. But also, people say things that are very like crazy and unrealistic. So number one, your brain needs to be on board with what you're thinking as you're manifesting. If you're looking at your dream number and being like, I want to make $500,000, and your brain's going, this is never going to happen, then it's not. Like, it's not going to work. And we do this all the time, especially when we get around gurus that are telling us to do affirmations. Well, you just need to think that you're rich. If you're thinking, I'm rich, and your brain's going, We do not have two pennies to rub together. We are not fucking rich at all. This is not working out. Then we're going to struggle very much to become rich. If we keep thinking, I'm thin, when we know we've got 100 pounds to lose, our brain's going, no, bitch, we're not thin. We want a chocolate bar. And if our brain can't get on board with what we're trying to convince it of, it's not going to cooperate. And our brain needs to cooperate. So number one is the language that you're using. It has to be believable. You don't have to think I'm rich. You can think things like I'm getting wealthier every day. My next client is just around the corner. I'm going to reach the perfect person later today. I feel good in my body. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting healthier. And our brains can go, yeah, I can believe that. I can totally believe that another client is around the corner. I can totally believe that we're getting wealthier all the time. I can totally believe that we're getting healthier all the time. There's no reason not to believe that. And then the other thing is we are very quick to tell ourselves and put out into the universe what we don't want. I don't want to be in debt anymore. I don't want to be sick anymore. I don't want this. I don't want that. The universe, God, source, whatever you like to refer to, does not understand words that have negative connotations, meaning not, don't, won't, can't, anything that has no. So I don't want any more debt. Too bad. So when you're thinking about the things that you do want, I want financial freedom. I want stability. I want health. So as we're manifesting, our brain has to believe it, and we have to focus on what we do want, not the things we don't want. Okay? As you start thinking these thoughts, again, it creates our feelings and creates our actions. We have to show up as if this is already happening. So like I showed up to that live. Oh, you better believe I'm going to get that ticket. And other names were being called and I just sat there and waiting. It's all right. They're not here. I am. I'm going to win. So when you think about what does your future business look like and how much money are you making? And I asked you, how can you pivot into that version of yourself now? Ask yourself these same questions. How can I start showing up as if I'm already doing this? For me, I knew that once I was a six-figure earner, I wanted to start getting my nails done. Something so small, but something I didn't make a priority, but I always notice other ladies' nails. And I always feel really put together when my nails are done. So before I was a six-figure earner, I started getting my nails done. Now, not when I was newbie and I could barely afford it, but when I was making, like as soon as I started hitting like 8, 9, 10K months, I was like, now's the time that I have to start getting my nails done and making it a priority. And so I get my nails done every 2 weeks because it makes me feel like $1 million. And for me, that's what I was going to do. Six-figure me has her nails done. Another thing that I did was I started hiring. I hired a VA. My next hire was a house manager. She started with me a few months ago. She does all of the cleaning that I do not want to do. She does laundry, she folds it, she puts it away. She makes my kids' beds, changes the beds. I don't have time for that. In my life, my priority is my business and being present with my kids. Doing dishes is not important to me. Still needs to get done though. So I hired a house manager. She takes care of my kids when I need her to. She runs errands for me if I need her to. She makes appointments. She cleans. She puts my groceries away for me. She has completely changed my life, freed up my mental health, and made me a better mom and a better wife. I'm showing up because for me, I thought, well, like 300-400K me has this. So I hired her before I was at 300-400K, although I'm on track for it this year, and I know I'm on track for it this year. I didn't wait for it to happen. I started showing up now. It's very important to distinguish between making investments in yourself and in your business and in your home versus spending money. Because a lot of people think I have to fake it till I make it. I'm going to go buy the Louis Vuitton bag. I'm going to go get a new car. I'm going to sell my house and buy a way bigger house that I can't afford. This is not the same. This is about doing things that enhance your life so you can show up as a better version of yourself. Having a Louis bag might be great. I'm not a material person. I like trips instead. I like experiences. But having a Louis bag is not a good investment into your business or into your life. For me, getting my nails done was a good investment. It is a good investment because it makes me feel good about myself and it makes me show up at a next level. If a Louis bag makes you show up next level, that's a different story. But if you're getting it just to be like, I have it, I'm flexing on everybody, I couldn't afford it, but I bought it, that's very, very, very different. Okay. So are you making investments into yourself and into your business that are going to help you show up as that next level of you so you can start manifesting that into being? Okay. And this is how we quantum leap. We put a vision out there. We know exactly what we need to do to make it happen. And we start doing it now so that it comes to us faster. Okay. So how your thoughts, feelings, and actions come to be, and we control them. You know, all of the circumstances in our lives are completely neutral, but we are conditioned to have very quick thoughts, which then spiral into feelings and spiral into actions. But we have the control to assess all of our circumstances and go, okay, what's true about this? How do I want to feel about this? What do I want to think about this? And then show up from an empowered place. Okay. Everything that we do comes from energy. What you think, what you feel, how you show up, this is energy, right? And there is high and low energy frequencies. A high energy frequency, love, joy, gratitude, peace. Low energy frequencies include guilt, shame, anger, frustration. We don't want to feel that, but we often feel those low vibes throughout our day, right? And so it's really important that we understand that not only ourselves have energy, but everything around us has energy. This pink dress, I was like, yes, I love the energy of this pink dress. I'm buying this. It makes me feel good. There were other dresses that I did not like. The energy they gave me, I was like, no, I don't want this. So in saying this, money is energy. Our ability to attract people to us that then want to pay us. And money is just a tool. It is a resource. It is a value exchange. So people pay you because you're giving them something that's worthy of their investment. Is all about how you show up energetically. So if your thoughts and feelings are, well, guess what? Your energy is super low vibe. People don't love that. If you're super way high up here, super high vibe, love, joy, gratitude, we're bouncing off the walls with excitement, we can attract more to us. And it's the law of attraction. It's like the law of gravity. You know, like things like to be together, right? it's important that I tell this story, I think, as we're talking about attracting money to us and being in the right energetic frequency. I have a client named Karen, and she's a bookkeeper. She has been trying to get new clients while dealing with a client that is a huge pain in her ass. This client causes a ruckus every time she sends him a bill. He doesn't understand what she does. He doesn't understand why it costs what it costs. He shows up at her house because he's a family friend. He shows up at her house to have discussions. He just drops bags of receipts on her doorstep and expects her to go through it all. And she's like spent. She has no time for other clients because this person is draining all of her energy. And she keeps saying, if I could just get more clients, then I could fire him. Guess what's happening here? She can't attract more clients because she knows she's blocking them from coming to her because she knows I don't have time for them because of this guy. I never know if he's going to blow up my phone. I never know if he's going to be standing on my doorstep with a bag of receipts demanding that I do it right now. How can she attract clients to her and attract more money to her when she's telling herself, this person's taking up all of my time? And the money story of, if I fire him, I'm going to be doomed financially. I need his money. Pump the brakes. This is a problem. So we spent a lot of time coaching her on firing his ass. And guess what? She finally did it. She finally fired him. Now she has all kinds of time to attract new clients to her and make more money. And guess what? Her mental health is worth way more than what he was paying her. Now she feels empowered in her business. Now she feels like she can attract more people to her. And that is the important thing. This is the thing that we need to know about. Okay. So as I just shared with you the different types of energy, high and low frequency, and how money is just a tool and it's just a way that we exchange value with other people. And realistically, how we show up and the energy we put out into the world comes back to us. It's really important that I share with you all how to use this to sell better. Okay, so energy is very contagious. You might be having a great day, and then for whatever reason, you like wander into a funeral home. I don't know why you would just wander into a funeral home, but maybe you do. Your energy is going to plummet because everyone in that space is like crying and they're sad and they're grieving. And then you're going to get sad, right? It's very easy for you to catch their energy because it's contagious. The flip side, if you are having a bad day, but you know that you're going out with your girlfriends later, you might be like grumbling and grouchy, but you pull up and you walk into the restaurant and they're already sitting there and they're laughing and having a great time waiting for you. As soon as you see their beautiful laughing faces, what happens? You catch that. It's catchy. It's contagious. All your crankiness melts away and you might sit down and be like, I had a crappy day, but you're already in a better mood, right? And this is wonderful. However, it causes us to be weird on sales calls. It makes us be super weirdos. Okay. So when we are on our sales calls, it's really important that your energy is in check. Because if you're talking to someone and your energy is down in the dumps, they're going to catch that and they're not going to want to hire you. If your energy is way excited and you're like, we're going to have the best time together, I can't wait to work with you. Do you know what's going to happen? They're going to catch that off of you. And then they're likely going to ghost you because they're going to hang up and be like, what the fuck did I just do? I didn't actually want to do that. I got caught up in her excitement. Damn. And then you're not doing a very good job of actually selling or objection handling. because you're just like, wait, this is going to happen. The best energy for you to attract people to you is neutral and curious. Okay, so I've got another task for you. I just asked you to look at your income. I want you to look at what you need, and you may not be able to do this right now, but what do you need every month to make sure your bills are covered? Okay. And then ask yourself, if I wasn't making that amount, what could I do to make sure that my basic needs are being met? Where can I cut back? What can I do? Can I sell my services? Can I go clean houses? Can I babysit? Do I have knickknacks or old clothes or things that I could sell? Can I sell my car if I had to and buy like a beater? When we were on hard times, the first thing we always went to was groceries. Can I cut back on groceries? My kids will still eat, but my husband and I will be the king and queen of ramen noodles, because you can get them for like 25 cents a bag. And that's not to say that you have to go do these things, because you don't. You definitely do not have to go and do these things. But when you have options, your brain can offer a sigh of relief. Oh, we're not going to have to live in a box. We can make this work. And when our brain can release that everything is going to be doomed, no, I'm confident in my ability to make sure this is going to work, then when we show up on sales calls, we're not graspy weirdos. We're able to come from a place of, if this doesn't work out, that's okay. Another client is going to come and maybe they'll hire me, and everything's going to work out and everything's going to be fine. When I was hiring my VA, I had applications. I had a type form application, and I was like, hey, I'm looking for a VA. And I had over 60 applications. A lot of people put in their applications a plea begging me to hire them. And as a businesswoman making business decisions, which is likely your potential clients, they're making an investment in themselves or in their businesses. If they feel like they have to do it to make sure your bills are paid, they're not going to do it. As badly as I felt for these women giving me these sob stories and begging me to pay them, I couldn't, because I'm hiring them for a job. I need to know that they can do the work. And instead of telling me that they can do the work, they're telling me how broke they are. And I'm thinking, well, how about I just send you some money? You don't get the job, but I'll just give you some money, make sure your kids are fed. Because I have my own family to care about. I have my own family to provide for. I can't have the pressure of wondering if my VA's family is getting fed. That's not fair. And so if you are putting that pressure on other people, they may or may not know. They likely don't know. But the way you're showing up to your sales conversations is, if this person doesn't pay me, my kid's going to starve to death. You are going to be very weird on that call. And those people are not going to pay you. They just won't. And you'll be like, I don't know what happened, but it's your energy. You are repelling people from you. So when you know what you are making and you know what you need to make, you can now show up not as a graspy weirdo. You can show up super neutral and super curious, okay? And so how do you be curious? How do you be neutral? First, you need to remind yourself again, of what you're manifesting. Everything is coming to me. Everything is working out exactly how I want it to. My best clients are on their way to me, and saying it in a way that your brain goes, oh yeah, I believe that. But then as you're going through your sales calls, your sales conversations, you're gathering the information you need. And when you run into objections, you switch from selling mode to bestie mode. Because if your best friend showed up on your doorstep and she was like, okay, so we're thinking about having another baby, you'd be like, come in, let's talk. What do you want to drink? Sit on my couch. Tell me everything. Pros, cons, who's going to pay for the baby? Who's going to take care of the baby? What does your husband think about having another baby? What do your kids think? What do your in-laws think? Are you going to put them in daycare? Or are you going to quit your job? Are you going to take maternity leave? Are you going to start a work from home job? Are you going to get a nanny? What are you going to do? You don't care if she has a baby. It doesn't impact you. She's not coming over being like, I want to have another baby, but can you raise it? She's coming over just to chat. She wants to shoot the shit. You are just helping her make a decision on if she should have another baby or not. You don't care if she decides yes or no. That's how you sell to people. You need to talk to your husband. What is he going to say? What if he's not supportive? What are you going to do? What if he is supportive? That's awesome. You have a supportive husband. If he's supportive, what's stopping you from jumping in right now? Ooh, you're not sure if you have the money? Let's take a look at your finances. What would it be worth to you? What's holding you back? What are you afraid of? How would it change your life? You're just super curious and super neutral, because whether that person says yes or no to you, you're not attached to it. You know that more people are coming, and you trust in your ability to manifest more clients and make more money. Okay? How does that feel? So good, right? It helps you feel so much lighter when you are manifesting clients and using energy to create clients and to attract money to you. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg, obviously. Like what we can cram into like a 45-minute or an hour class is only so much. But here's what you need when you're thinking, I want to create more clients. I want to create more income. I want to grow my business larger. I want to scale that dream that I just put on that paper of how much money I want to make and what my business looks like. You need to have certain things in place so that you can quantum leap into the future and make it happen faster. You need to have your marketing and your messaging on point. We all have very unique messages that we are sharing to the world. And especially for those of us that have these white spaces on our human design chart, it's very easy for us to parrot, meaning we're getting around people that have a color space, we're absorbing what they're doing, and we're kind of turning their messaging into our messaging. And guess what happens? When we're parroting, it doesn't work because that's their amazing zone of genius. And instead of it tapping into what your amazing zone of genius is, you're trying to use hers. Well, it works for her. Why won't it work for me? It's not going to work for you. You need to figure out what your unique messaging and marketing is. How are you different than these other people out there in the same niche as you? How are you different? What makes you better than anyone else on the market? Why should people hire you or buy your products or invest in your programs over others that are out there? Number two, you need to have your own audience. We just talked about this in my mastermind earlier today. We're talking about having our own audience, but then constantly going into other people's audiences looking for people. And yes, it's amazing to grow who's following you. It's important to have consistent growth, to nurture these people and to sell to these people. But at the same time, you want to make sure you're nurturing the people that are already following you. Give them a reason to love you. Give them a reason to say yes to you. By doing this, you create demand. So as you're thinking about your offers, ask yourself, do I have demand? Do I have people knocking on my door ready to hire me right now? How many people would say yes to this offer today? And if you're like, I don't know, like none, then you don't have enough demand. So we need to ramp up your demand. Number 3, you need to have a streamlined, simple, scalable offer and become a master seller. Now, yes, the tips that I just gave you, use them. You will be able to become a master seller just by being super curious and neutral with people, because you don't care what they say. You just want them to come to a decision on the call. But as you're scaling, having conversations with people is going to be something that you don't have time for. So your messaging and marketing needs to sell so well that people say yes to you without having a conversation with you. They're just like, sign me up, take my credit card here. How do I do this? Let's go. Okay. And then lastly, I like to call it CEO shit. This is all of the mindset stuff. As you're growing your business, like I said earlier, you are the business. You're doing all the things all by yourself. You're Jill of all trades, right? There comes a point where you have to divide yourself from your company and actually look at your business as a company. As you're scaling, you need to be able to delegate. You need to set boundaries. What are you available for? What are you no longer available for? You need to create a brand for your company. What do I want people to think and feel when they think of my company and me? What is my company vision statement? What are the mission statements? What are my values? If I don't want to work 24/7, do I expect my employees to work 24/7? No. We want to value people, right? It's going to be about, who is my first hire? How do I hire them? What do I delegate to them? How do I step into the next level version of me? And that's constantly changing as we keep hitting our goals. We're treating our business much differently than we currently are. We're treating it like a CEO. Okay, so having said all that, we'll do Q&A in a second, but I want to let you all know that I'm very pleased to announce that the doors are now open for applications for the 500K Club. This is a high-level mastermind run by me for women who already have businesses, that are already having some financial success in their businesses. They want to grow and scale those businesses over the next 3 years. The goal is that you will make $500,000 in 3, maybe 4 years, based on where you are and what you're doing. This is a multi-year mentorship with me. We're going to start with a 2-day virtual event. I wish we could do an in-person event, but I'm in Canada and I am trapped here, so I cannot travel, and most people cannot travel to me. So we're going to kick off with a 2-day virtual event where we are going to be creating, designing. You are the architect of your $500,000 year. What does it look like? We are going to make a blueprint that is specific to you, okay? We are also going to do, it's 6 months. Every week, we will do weekly coaching. This is where all of the magic really happens. Like, there's a scientific formula for growth, and we hear it all the time. We are most like the 5 people we spend the most time with. By being in this room with other thought leaders, experts, like, this is a collective of badasses. you will by default grow your business just by being there. But the important thing to note is that as we do these mastermind calls where I'm coaching you, this is where you are going to learn so much about yourself and about your business and about the strategies that feel good to you. As you're sitting, getting coached by me, but also as you're listening to your peers be coached. Because when you're listening to your peers be coached, your walls are down, your boundaries are loose, and you are more open to hearing when it's someone else being taught. You will be inspired, you will be encouraged, you will have everything you need to create a $500,000 business. So the 2-day event is going to give you all of the tools. The 6 months, we are going to be implementing and we are going to be having an amazing time. You are going to get a private Facebook community. This is where you're going to be able to share your struggles, share your goals, get additional coaching from me. So outside of our Zoom calls weekly, you can get coached by me every single day if you want to. This is where a real sisterhood of women that are in the same place as you is forged. And this is so important. I am in a mastermind with my coach. I just paid her $32,000 to do 6 months with her. I found my best friend in this mastermind. I was not there to make friends. I'm an alpha female. I'm very much like, I have my husband, I have my kids, friends are nice, but I really don't need them. I found my best friend. I found a group of women that are after the same things that I am after, who understand what I'm going through on a day-to-day basis, because let's face it, entrepreneurship is very lonely at times. Our husbands, our spouses, our families, our friends, they often do not understand why we can't just be happy at a 9-to-5 with benefits. What's wrong with us? But being in a room of other women who have big dreams, big goals, lots of cool shit going on, it is so empowering to not feel like I'm not alone anymore in this. She gets it, she gets it, she gets it. If I say I'm struggling, they all get it. They're giving me amazing advice that I can now take and implement in my life and start making money in my business and start being a better mom and start being a better wife and start being a better friend and impacting my community with the money that I'm making. Whew, I get so fired up. Lastly, you're going to get customized strategy. A lot of gurus out there and experts out there love to create programs that force people into a box. It's like one size fits all, just check these boxes. And even in my own experience, the first program that I bought was very, very much that. It was, here's all the trainings. You start at number 1, then you come to the coaching call, and then you get permission to go to class 2. And if you don't get permission to go to class 2, then you have to redo class 1 because you didn't do it right. And it was very, you do it this way, my way or the highway. If you're not doing it my way, you're doing it wrong. Well, we started this Talking Human Design. I'm a manifesting generator. I never fit in a box. I like to do things my own way. I really don't like being told what to do. If you tell me what to do, I'm literally just going to go to the opposite and spite you. I like to do things my own way. And I'm always learning that everyone out there does it different. The way I launch is different than the way my friend launches, different than the way my coach launches. The way I write content is different than how most people, like for example, I'm an inspired content writer. Most content experts will tell you to bulk batch your content. Nope, don't want to do it. It doesn't work for me. And so I'm not going to sit here and create a program that forces all of you into a box where I'm telling you, check this off and then come back to me and I'll give you your little gold star and then go to the next one. No, you are going to get custom strategies for you, for your business, for your life. so that you are always in alignment with your business. You're always feeling good about your business and you're making money faster, because when we feel good about what we're doing, what happens? We're given more opportunity to keep doing it. And when we feel bad, we don't want to do it. And if we're not doing it, guess what? We're not making any damn money, right? Okay, so thinking back to your dream business, thinking back to your dream income, what does that version of you think about joining a high-level mastermind like this? So let me tell you very quickly. It's $10,000. We will start in November. Applications are open until next week, at the end of next week, like next Friday. Then they will be closed. So what does next version you think of a $10,000 investment into her business? Is she scared of it? Is she embracing it? Is she ready for it? What is she thinking? Does this person take action? Does this person make boss moves in her business? Or is she still playing small? And if she's still playing small, how is she making these dreams happen? If you were going to look at this investment and think, how am I going to make it back? What am I going to do? What if I don't make it back? Really evaluate, is this true? Or am I being graspy and weird? Am I going to put graspy, weird energy on potential clients knowing that I have to pay this back? Or can I sit back and fully trust that I'm going to be able to make a return on my investment? Because if you're going to be graspy and weird, you're going to block yourself from making your investment back. And in that case, this is not the container for you. You have to make a decision from an empowered position. Okay. How would you show up in your business differently than you're currently showing up if you did make a $10,000 investment into a high-level mastermind with me? What shifts would you start implementing straight away? How would you show up differently? How would your self-concept, meaning the way you think about yourself and the way you believe in yourself, shift? How can you commit to guaranteeing a return on your investment? Now, at this level, I feel like it goes without saying, you are responsible for your results. How are you going to show up and make sure that you got your money's worth out of this? What would you gain by applying tonight and getting accepted? And what would you lose by not applying? These are the thoughts I want you to ruminate over as you think about this. You can go to BrittanyBudd.com/500K club to check out the sales page, to apply. And I want to share with you a fast mover bonus. So yes, we're going to be doing a 2-day kickoff event, but down the road, I will be doing VIP days. So not like forever down the road, but in the next couple of months, I'm going to be doing VIP days. Everyone that applies and is accepted and makes their payment before midnight Friday night will get a free ticket to a VIP day, which I will be selling for $2,500. So you will get a free VIP day with me where we will coach on your business, refine and tweak your process, and help you make your $500,000 much faster. So it's $2,500. I will be selling it later in the fall. You will get a free ticket to a VIP day. Okay, who has questions?
So this is a combination of group plus one-on-one, correct? I mean,
No,
it's a high, not the VIP day, the overall working with you for a year for 10K.
so it's 6 months for 10K.
Uh-huh.
And it is a group container. So there's not a one-on-one element where it would be you and me by ourselves. But when we come to the group coaching sessions, you and I would coach one-on-one within that container. So everybody gets to benefit from the coaching that you would get.
Okay. I thought I heard you saying that if you had a question, you could talk to me every day. Is that
Yeah.
just through Facebook?
That's within the Facebook group.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Does anyone else have questions about the program or about what I just taught you?
When did you say applications are open until?
They're open until next Friday.
Okay.
So what is next Friday? The 10th.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the VIP day you have to turn it in by this Friday or next Friday.
This Friday.
Okay.
So
The third.
if you apply and you're accepted and you make your payment before Friday at midnight, which if you applied like, 11 p.m. Friday and I accepted you Saturday, I would still honor that because I'm not going to stay up until midnight.
No,
But
of course, that
you will
goes
get
without
the VIP,
saying.
yeah, you'll get the $2,500 VIP day. Does anyone else have any questions about what I just taught you or about the program?
I guess I don't have any questions about either of those things, but being one of your longtime clients, I know that this is an amazing opportunity. It is something that I know that I want to do, and being like a one-on-one and in a mastermind with you already, like that sounds funny, right? Like, oh, but it's I need more of you in my life. So, there's always that, but the things that you have shown me over the time that we have worked together have already improved my business so much and my life because of all of the mindset work we've done, all of the stuff that we've done together. And so I guess I just wanted to say that I hope that you ladies like really have gotten something out of this with Brittany because she's freaking amazing. And I hope that you have like just been so excited.
Thank you, Corey. And I think it's really important that I point this out as well. And I know I keep saying everything's important because everything is important. I'm not taking one-on-one clients anymore. So this is the most advanced way to work with me is to jump in on this container. And this is not something that's going to be open all the time. It'll be open like twice a year. So thank you, Corey, for mentioning that as well. Does anyone else have any other questions or anything I can answer? If you want to DM me or email me to chat privately, you're more than welcome to do that as well.
You do accept monthly payments?
This is a pay in full, but we can certainly talk about a monthly option if that would benefit you.
Okay.
Send me a message and let me know what you're thinking.
All right. Sorry, Lucci, my mascot over here and my business partner is meowing, so I'll go mute myself so he doesn't bother you.
No, you're fine. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me live today. I'll be sending the replay out tomorrow. If you have questions, again, please feel free to DM me. And I'm excited to see all of your amazing applications come through and to take this next step with you and to embrace the next level version of you with you. I hope that you all are viewing making $500,000 in your business as something that you have the potential to do, because I see all of you and all of my clients and I just see infinite potential. So I hope that you are seeing that in yourself, and I hope you have an amazing night. Have a great day. I'll talk to you all later.